It's our first Create and Read evening of the 2021-2022 school year. Create and Read evening, or CARE, is sponsored by the Chilton Elementary and Middle School Library and our Chilton PTA. The book I'm reading tonight is called The Treasure, written by Susan Yost-Filgate, illustrated by Leonard Filgate. It's part of a series called Rip, Squeak, and Friends. We have some of those books at our library. Rip Squeak looked out the window. "Jessie, Abby," he called to his sister and the kitten, "Euripides is coming. Get ready for an adventure." Euripides was dressed in a new costume. "What's wrong?" Euripides asked. "Haven't you ever seen a pirate before?" Euripides hopped onto the bed, dragging a big book behind him. Rip, Jessie, and Abby curled up together and listened as he read stories about faraway places, pirates, and buried treasure. When Euripides finished reading, a piece of paper fell out of his book. "It's a treasure map," Rip shouted. Abby looked closely. "What does X mean?" "X marks the spot," said Euripides. "It's the place where pirates bury their treasure." "A new adventure," Jessie exclaimed. "We must be properly dressed," said Euripides. They found colorful clothes in an old trunk and put them on. "We look just like the pirates in Euripides' book," said Rip. "Now we're ready to find that treasure." Rip was ready to go, but Abby was a little scared. She wrinkled her nose and licked her fur. "Don't worry," Rip smiled. "Your friends will protect you." "Let's go," said Euripides. "The treasure is this way." As they followed him into the woods, Euripides began to sing. "This thicket is full of creepy things with lots of eyes and legs and wings, but we don't mind. It's such a pleasure to work with friends to find the treasure." When the friends stopped to rest, the map slipped out of Rip's hand. It fell into a deep hole. "There it is," said Abby. Rip reached down as far as he could. Then he heard someone yell, "Watch out!" 2 ants hollered at him. "Sorry," said Rip in a startled voice. "We need our map back. We have to find the treasure." "Is it a treasure that you can eat?" asked one of the ants. "No, but you are in luck," said Euripides. He pulled some cookies from his pocket. "This is a treasure," said the ant, and the ants happily crawled off. "Now let's go find our treasure," said Jessie. On their way, they saw a mother duck with 3 babies. "Where are you going?" Mother Duck asked. "We're looking for treasure," Rip said politely. "I have my treasure with me," said Mother Duck. "My children are my treasure." "Gee," said Rip, "a treasure can mean something different for each of us." When they stopped to check the map, they heard a buzzing sound. A strange creature hovered above them. His long, glowing wings never stopped moving. "I should have known," Euripides smiled. "It's my friend, Dragonfly Sam." Sam pointed to an X on the map. "I know where this is," said Sam, "but it's not exactly what I would call a treasure." Then he flew off. "What did he mean by that?" asked Rip. "We'll soon find out," replied Euripides. The friends came to a small clearing. "Wow!" they all shouted. "It's just like the one in the book," said Jessie. "Amazing," remarked Euripides. "This really is a treasure," Rip exclaimed. Euripides hopped on the deck of the ship. "It's a perfect day to set sail." "I feel like a real pirate," Rip said proudly. Euripides laughed. "This ship may not be important to everyone, but it's certainly a treasure to us." Euripides raised the pirate flag. "I have a flag too," said Jessie. She pulled a scarf with a big red heart on it. "I've never seen a pirate flag like that," said Euripides. "Oh, this flag will show everyone how we really feel," said Jessie. "You're right," Euripides grinned. "We'll fly both flags. We'll pretend we're real pirates, but everyone will know we're friendly." "Prepare to sail," shouted Euripides. A gentle breeze carried their pirate ship to open water. Rip Squeak couldn't wait for his next adventure. He knew he'd be sharing it with the greatest treasure of all, his wonderful friends. So, what's your treasure? And more fun, what is your pirate name? Look to the month you were born. Remember that word. Add your favorite color. And finally, use the word that's with the first letter of your last name. Do you have it? What's your pirate name? On the count of 3, shout it out. 1, 2, 3. I love it. Thank you for sharing your time with me as I read The Treasure by Susan Yost-Filgate, illustrated by Leonard Filgate. See you next month.